I hear things like this all the time. Mixing is complicated. I spend hours on a mix, and no matter what I do, it still doesn't sound good. Does that sound familiar? In this video, I'm gonna put an end to so many of your mixing problems, but to do that, we need to listen to a couple of mixes and identify the problems. That means it's time to play What's Wrong With This Mix? To play along, you need a piece of paper and something to write with. So draw something like this. We're gonna listen to 3 different clips of 3 different mixes, and I want you to write down what's the problem with each mix, and then what is your proposed solution for each mix. So for each of the 3 clips I'm going to play for you, you're going to write down the problem with the mix and what you would do to solve that problem.
Trudging the cadence along it, the ending it feels all wrong. There's nothing to fill my mind. Cause the thoughts and the lies, like the tears that fill my eyes, to my heart no longer seems. But then you give me just what I need. You love me. This would be the death of me. I am not my own. Where do I begin? This is not my home. This is not me. You know it's not.
Okay, let's compare answers. To do that, I'll play each clip again, only I'll show you my answer to the question, what's the problem? Then I'll repeat the clip with the problem fixed and show you the solution.
Trudging the cadence along it, the ending it feels all wrong. There's nothing to fill my mind. Trudging the cadence along it, the ending it feels all wrong. There's nothing to fill my mind. Cause the thoughts and the lies, like the tears that fill my eyes, to my heart no longer seems. But then you give me just what I need. Cause the thoughts and the lies, like the tears that fill my eyes, to my heart no longer seems. But then you give me just what I need. The death of me. I am not my own.
So how did you do? Were those your answers? If so, golf clap, congratulations. If not, let's talk about what happened. With each mix that we just listened to, the problem was a volume problem. The bass was too loud in song 1, the vocals were too quiet in song 2, the guitars were too loud in song 3. Now, the next thing I'm going to say, you should write this down or take a screenshot of what's coming on the screen next. If volume is the problem, then volume is also the solution. In other words, don't use a plugin to fix a fader problem. Let's use song 1 as an example. You might have written down that the bass is too boomy or muddy, and that the solution is to use EQ to turn down those muddy or boomy frequencies. And you would have been half right. Yes, those low frequencies were prominent, but only because the entire bass, all the bass frequencies, were prominent. The answer was to turn the whole thing down, not to EQ a part of it. Or maybe you said the bass needed some compression to tame the excessive volume. Again, half right. Yes, there was excessive volume, but compression won't completely solve that problem. A simple volume adjustment will. Do you see the subtle but powerful difference? If you misdiagnose the problem, your solution will almost always be too complicated and ineffective. I've done hundreds, maybe thousands of mix critiques over the years, and one of the most common problems that I hear is that the tracks aren't balanced. The levels are wrong, the volumes aren't right. If you get that fundamental part of the mix wrong, you're going to spend the rest of the mix using the wrong tool to fix a misdiagnosed problem. The answer is to incorporate the static mix into your mixing process. The static mix is simply spending as much time as is necessary to get all the tracks at the right volume before you start slapping plugins on everything. If you get the static mix wrong, the rest of your mix will suffer. It's so important, I've made it step 2 of my 5-step mixing process. By the way, if you don't have my free 5-step mix guide, it's a gift I would love to give to you. Just go to 5stepmix.com, enter your email to download a free copy, and I'll show you how I incorporate the static mix into my overall mixing process. Most people hear this advice and think it's too simple. They may nod their heads and agree, but then they run off to their mixes without giving a second thought to it. But I promise you, if you incorporate this into your mixing workflow, your mixes will never be the same. Embrace the static mix and watch what happens. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see here, you'll love the other videos on this channel. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll put a couple of videos on screen of some stuff I think you should watch next. All right, see you in the next one.